Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services. It's a video on PIB monthly compilation for the month of December. So PIB is a platform where all important decision by the government of India is being reported. And talking about this compilation specifically for the PIB, why it is relevant for examination because it will contribute at the both stages, either it is prelims or mains, it will have a substantial contribution in your preparation. Now, before I begin with the discussion of the news that was reported, I would like to tell you that you should watch this video along with the PRS that we are, the part of monthly policy review, which is about the part of PRS. So that is again very important for your part of preparation. So make sure you have a combination of both this video so that you have the coverage of entire month news and even the legislative bill which was passed by the parliament. Now in this discussion, I've segregated the news from the paper wise, like for the paper one, paper two. Then we'll follow with some of the short news, bilateral agreement, and some military exercise, which is precisely important for the prelims examination. So let's get started. So first, all the important news that was categorized under General Studies paper two. Let's see that. The first is National Program on Anganwadi Kam Krij. This is also known as Palana Scheme, something very important which called for women empowerment in particular. And this will call for more opportunity for the women they can have in the different sectors. Now, what was this all about? The Ministry of Women and Child Development. I think this is a bit obvious. You must be aware of this. So, Ministry of Child Development has established 17,000 crèche or Anganwadi center across the country, which with 5,222 has been approved under the Palna scheme. So, if it is asked in one day examination that what is Palna scheme, for which particular part it is actually meant for, who are the beneficiaries, you will be able to answer that. Now, in July 2022, what has happened that the Ministry of Child and Development has organized the National Credit Scheme, which is also known as NSC. This is categorized as Palna scheme, right? Now, this is again important because this was under the Samarthya subsection of Mission Shakti. So, if you'll get a question in prelims examination, there can be this subcategorization which can ask you this is a part of Mission Shakti, right? If you want to read more, you can Google the part of Mission Shakti, you'll get the other details of that. Now further, the credits which will be there will be running under the erstwhile National Credit Scheme, which was included with the standalone scheme. Now the Palna scheme specific aim is to address the need of quality for daycare facilities, specifically for the children of the working mother. What happens for an age group from 1 to 3 or 1 to 5, the child need to have a proper care, and even a woman who has an obligation with his services either from the private or the government sector, she need to ensure that the child is adequately getting the nutritional the part of requirement taken care for its health. The cognitive development of the children must be taken care of. So this was becoming a shortcoming and bottleneck for the part of women to contribute substantially in the workforce. So this particular scheme specifically will help the category of women who has to take care of children और जिनके बच्चे almost 1 to 5 years के age group के, right? So they will be the one who will be specifically taken care of. Now, according to the government data, participations of women in the workforce has increased from 37%. Now, there was some part of shortcoming which was there, because of which this number is not increasing. And I personally feel that this decision by government will definitely call for more contributions of the women, both in the private as well as both formal and informal sectors, and even to part of the government sector. Their number is low, but they will have more motivations to work towards it. Now, what is a crèche? By definition, it's a facility that enables the parents to leave their children and they can go for work within the stipulated time, within the stipulated environment for the holistic development of a child, right? Which call for overall development, either the part of mental development, the physical development, the cognitive development, the psychological development, everything is taken care of. Now, the crèche are designed to provide a group of care to children, which are age group of 6 up to 6. They are actually taking care of, as I told you, the beginning 1 to 5. So it is up to 6 years, right? The guidance and supervision is away from the home, and the parents must be, they should be mentally free that the children is actually taken care with the part of proper nutritional food and other mental developments. Now, what is the objective of this scheme? First, it's called to provide the daycare, working to the mothers of the part of the specific community to provide the nutritional and health station of our children, to promote physical, cognitive, social, and emotional development, which even call for an holistic development. When we talk a word about holistic, these are the things that encapsulate with the development part. Now, to educate the parents and even the caretaker for giving the better care to the children. Now, moving ahead with other news, that is UGC draft guideline on recognitions of college. Now, when it comes to the part of recognitions regulation, UGC is a topmost body. It's a apex body. So, University Grant Commissions has come up with some specific guideline with regards to the recognitions of college. So UGC is introducing the draft with regards to the modernization and simplifying the college recognitions process. और ये सारी चीज़ों को ऑनलाइन शिफ्ट करने की बात की गई है. Why? Because the paperwork which was there was creating a lot of problems and even the shortcomings. तो नई ड्राफ्ट रिलीज की गई है known as University Grant Commissions recognitions to college under the clause subsections 2 of the University Act, and this is regulation 2023. Now इस guideline के through the applicable college will be under the UGC Act और उनके recognitions के लिए सारी प्रोसेस को ऑनलाइन की गई है. The draft rule is entirely taking care for the approval process within the stipulated number of time and even reducing the part of procedures that were earlier involved. Once the things are online, it become very easy for a certain part of the society as well, and even जहाँ पे पेपर वर्क काफ़ी ज़्यादा होते हैं, online makes things more possible, and even जो duration of recognitions of college होंगी उसकी time भी reduce होगी. Now, streamlining the affiliations process. So, the chairman has actually said that they are actually streamlining the entire process for recognitions of the college. Whomsoever college is actually looking forward with the recognitions process, they have to first file an application, and applications need to be moved from the recognized college itself. And the proposals will be introduced in online procedures to reduce the documentations, define timeline, signify the commitment which is efficient by the University Grant Commissions. ये सारी चीज़ें मेंशंस हैं सेक्शन 2F ऑफ द यूजीसी ग्रांटिंग एक्ट. और यूजीसी सारे कोर्सेज को अपने जो स्टेक होल्डर्स है दे विल प्रोवाइडिंग द वैल्यूएबल फीडबैक collectively to enhance the quality, accessibility, higher educations of the country. So something very important which will definitely call for more robust approach and ensuring that they have the proper quality check before a college is recognized as an affiliated college. Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra. This was something which was again the foremost agenda of the government, and even they have prioritized that how the important beneficiary scheme which is there by the government of India must be known to the individual and citizen of this country. So Viksit Bharat Yatra or Viksit Sankalp Yatra is a national-wide initiative जहाँ पे government of India foster करेगी for the development and progress of the country. And this particular yatra is a government initiative which will actually call for raising awareness about the welfare program. Government has lot of welfare program, तो उस सारे welfare programs के बारे में जानकारी दी जाएंगी. Some of the important welfare programs include आयुष्मान भारत, उज्ज्वला योजना, PM सुरक्षा, PM बीमा योजना, and PM Swanidhi. There are a lot of other schemes that is working towards the betterment of the marginalized section of the society and society to a larger extent. The program has been undertaken by the involvement of union ministries and various state government. So this will call for a coordinations between what? The coordinations between the state government as well as between the central government. The target is to cover 2.5 lakh gram panchayat, which will cover 3600 urban local bodies with 27th January 2024. This is what the target for the government is. Now, what is the aim? The aim has the particular scheme has four important aims. First, it called to reach out the vulnerable who are eligible to know about the benefit that is actually available to them. So, government ने इसके लिए एक important scheme भी government के एक important website है, portal है MyGov, right? myschemes.com. इस तरह की portal है, Google search करेंगे you will find that. So you can actually filter which particular scheme is for a specific category of people, whether you are a student, whether you are a senior citizen. तो उस तरह से आप अपने accordingly जो government की programs और policies है उसको filter कर पाएंगे. The disseminations of the information and generating awareness about the scheme, these are the other aim. Interacting with the beneficiaries of the government scheme through their personal stories and experience sharing. and enrollment of the potential beneficiaries through the extended during the yatra. So this all are the aims and target under the Viksit Bharat scheme that government has come up with. Now, implementations की अगर बात करें, the Ministry of Agriculture, Farm Welfare, there are other several ministries which is coordinating. So the ministries include Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Rural Development, MORD, right? Ministry of Tribal Affairs, MTA. They will be coordinating with the rural and urban development, specifically Ministry of Tribal Affairs को जो शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब की एरियाज हैं उन पॉपुलेशन को कैटर करने के लिए रखा गया है. For this, the information of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting and Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs will be the nodal ministry. Now, this become important point for the prelims examination. Make sure you take a note of this. The Government of India has proposed the appointment of nodal officers in states, districts, and coordination with the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra with district administration and even with the state administrations. Now, some important news that is relevant for General Studies Paper 3. Let's see that. The first is the Global AI Partnership Summit, something very important. AI has been in the forefront even for the government priorities, but instead that there was a Global AI Partnership Summit which called for more robust approach and even ensuring that the development is holistic in nature. So the Prime Minister of India has actually inaugurated the Global Partnership Summit of Artificial Intelligence at Bharat Mandapam in Delhi. This is the newly inaugurated convention center which has been developed. Now, this particular initiative actually called for cultivating the talents and specifically recognizing that AI has become the part of life and even the generation, the part of new age belongs to AI. The Prime Minister has raised several issues with regards to artificial intelligence, AI, even for the curriculum that can be evolved with the part of global partnership and the part of summit which is there. Multiple sessions were there. The sessions include various dimensions. कुछ sectors की अगर बात करें AI में, the other was for global health, education. This was the second one, and education and skilling, AI and data governance, ML workshop, and among the other issues that were discussed. Now here one thing is important for you to know. अगर AI की बात करें, AI even machine learning, this is important for you to know that there are a lot of other malpractices that is also associated with AI like deepfakes. तो आपको इसके बारे में भी हाईलाइट करना है कि क्या क्या शॉर्टकमिंग्स हो सकते हैं, क्या क्या नेगेटिव कॉन्सिक्वेंसेज हैं AI के रिसेंट टाइम्स में. Now about GPI, as I've told you, this is a summit which is an international initiative promoting for a responsible human-centric development and use of artificial intelligence, which should be for the betterment of the society at large. Now this seeks to bridge the AI theory practices जो हैं globally जो adopted practices हैं. So this is a practice, this is an initiative at global level. तो सारी practices, best practices को भी adopt करने की बात की गई है. The member of the GPAI include 25 countries. ये countries हैं US, UK, European Union, Australia, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Mexico, New Zealand, South Korea and Singapore. तो ये सारे important countries हैं जिनको बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए. India has joined the member as a founding member of the GPI in 2020, something very, very important. There can be a direct question asking you whether India is a part of GPA or not. The Secretariat of GPI is hosted by the OECD. This is again a vital information, serving as a central coordination for the part of overall initiative of the GPAI. Now, aim or objective क्या है? First is to ensure that the proper development and the use of AI is taking place, addressing the ethical concern. I have told you there are various negative consequences which is there. Ethical concerns भी AI technology में क्या हो सकती है उनके बारे में address करना. Ensuring safety and security of the AI system because there are a lot of financial fraud, right? So a lot of financial fraud take place. We need to control and curb out. Encouraging inclusive and diverse development of AI. Foster innovation, AI research and development. Accessing the data governance related to the AI and support the use of AI technology for social and economic progress. Now regulation of AI की अगर बात करें, recently EU ने अपने regulation act को पास किया था and they have come up with their specific AI act, right? So they call for more robust part of the recognitions जहाँ पे manipulated human behavior along with the provisions will be taken with the part of tough actions. So recently European Union के साथ UK government has also come up with the summit, right? और उसके साथ साथ और countries like United States, China, Japan, United Kingdom, France have been agreed to come up with a potential part जहाँ पे एआई के जो थ्रेट्स हैं उनके बारे में भी डिस्कशंस। Both United States have issues. Before that, United States have actually come up with safeguarding with this measures, और उन्होंने एक draft plan भी raise किया था, and this is something to also evaluate the generative AI chatbots like GPT and Google parts, right? So this is how globally the entire country, the developed countries, are taking the the cognizance of this fact that regulation of AI is something which is a mandatory. Now, moving ahead, India's first winter missions to Arctic, something important. This can be relevant for both of the prelims as well as for the mains examination. In mains, you can use this as an example. In prelims, there can be a direct question which can be asked. So, Union government has recently launched India's maiden winter missions to Arctic, which will boost countries' research around the global climate, sea level, and biodiversity. ये embark करेगी winter mission expeditions to the Arctic, right? And something which will call for exploration of the North Polar region throughout the year. Now, team of scientists has actually been developed, और ये scientist जो है कुछ important चीजों को polar night study the auroral changes and even monitor the variation of sea ices which is there. Now we have Raman Research Institute, which is participating for the first winter in India expedition at Arctic. This is again important for one-day examination that you will be appearing for. This can be pretty relevant. Survey will be helping the astronomers suitable uniquely for locating with the part of precision and astronomy measurement. India की कई SP stations भी हैं जो कि region में है. If you know, you can write down in the comment section down below. Now, India's Arctic Research Stations की अगर बात करें, India's first Arctic Research Stations is based at Himadri. Already I have given you the answer. So this is something which is 12 kilometers at the North Pole. And India has a stunning own research station at Himadri in Svalbard in 2008. The winter expeditions, which is maintaining a year-long presence in this station. But what government is actually looking? Government is looking to further augment the entire research process in the Arctic region. A team of scientists will be embarking the part of India's research stations at Uslan town in the Bogus Peninsula, which will be something coming up with the 10 countries and laboratories. Now, Green Credit Initiative. This is again the foremost priority of India and even for the world. COP 28 में इन सारे बातों पे highlight की गई थी. Now, COP 28 was a platform where a lot of other innovative with regards to the part of sustainable development has been taken care of. So we'll see what is Green Credit Initiative all about. So Prime Minister has launched the Green Credit Initiative as a path making program जो कि reshape करेगी पूरे global environment की policies को लेकर के. We have made several commitment even for COP 27 as well, right? Paris Climate Agreement की commitment भी है इंडिया के साथ, तो वो सारी चीजें they are actually aligned in a synchronized manner. Now, the Prime Minister said that official portal of the Green Credit Initiative will be there was actually at COP 28. So, if it is asked in examination कि जो Green Credit Initiative है वो कहाँ पे launch हुई थी किस time में, तो this is at COP 28. So, make sure you do not get confused on this. Now, vision for a sustainable future. This is what the Prime Minister has actually highlighted on this point. He said that the part of the development specifically called for the cornerstone of the Green Development Program at the high level event. And the Green Credit Initiative is poisoned for the pro-planet, proactive, and even a step forward towards a sustainable future. Now, mentioning the part of Prakrit Raksha Sahita, the Prime Minister has underscored that we need to protect our environment, preserve it, and even emphasizes that environment should protect, and even those who will be protected will be taken care of the further. So sustainability chain has to be continued in a proper manner. He described the green credit and earth health card as a crucial instrument to ensure the greener, cleaner, and better future for the globe and even for the India as well. Now, what is Green Credit Portal? This was actually launched. The Prime Minister said that the key features of the Green Credit Portal has been there. This is fully digital tradable instrument for the environmental sustainability, and this will work across the global platform, right? He stressed the importance for launching of this Green Credit, which is a repository of document. कई ऐसे जो best practices हैं, the part of things that need to be taken care for the part of good environment and even for the sustainable environment for sustainable project will be guided through the Green Credit Portal. Now, moving ahead, the other important topic for General Studies Paper 3 is ExpoSat. We'll see the detail to that as well. Now, Indian Space Research Organization ISRO ने recently first X-ray polymeter satellite को launch किया है. This is to investigate the intensity of the polarization of X-ray in the space, right? Now X658 अगर missions की बात करें, this was something which was the startup called as Dhur Space. Now Bellatrix Aerospace, TM2 Space, ये कुछ ऐसे important startups हैं जिन्होंने collaborate की थी for the PSLV launch which took place recently. Now, this mission is actually to have a eastward low inclination in orbit, and PSLV orbital missions module 3 is experimented to be executed within the objective of 10 identified payloads supplied by the ISRO and InSpace, which is a commercial arm of ISRO. Now, satellite measurement of X-ray missions की बात करें, दो payload है. First is POLIX and other is XPEC. तो ये POLIX stand for polymerization instrument in X-ray and XPEC stand for X-ray spectrometer and timing. Now, this become important for prelims. There can be a question asking about the payloads, right? And the POLIX has been developed by the Raman Research Institute and XPEC has been developed by the Space Astronomy URSC Bangalore. क्या सिग्निफिकेंस होगी? डेफिनेटली द मेजर सिग्निफिकेंस इज दैट 50 ब्राइटेस्ट नोन सोर्सेज विल बी टेकन केयर ऑफ, जहाँ पे ब्लैक होल, एक्स-रे, बाइनरी, इवन गैकेटिक, द न्यूट्रॉन स्टार्स, नॉन थर्मल सुपरनोवा, रेमिटेंस विल बी एक्चुअली स्टडीड आउट. The satellite will be placed in the circular low orbit. Now, this is important. This will be placed at the circular low orbit within 500 to 700 kilometers with a span of 5 years. The export mission is not only India's missions for the polymetry missions, but it is also the world's second following the NASA imaginary X-ray polymetry mission. तो यूएस के बाद इंडिया से पहली कंट्री है जिन्होंने इस तरह की एक्सप्लोरेशंस को अंजाम दिया. So even for mains it is very very important. There can be a direct question in the mains examination. Now, some news which is brief in nature and precisely will help you in the prelims examination. Let's understand what were there in the news. So the first is Garba, which has been recognized as the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage, something very, very important. UNESCO ने इसके recognize किया है. Garba of Gujarat has been 15th ICH on the list, और inclusions जो है काफ़ी हद तक इंडिया के लिए एक significant part होगी. बहुत सारे ऐसे list हैं, 15 list. I have already made a discussion. If you have not watched that video, do check it out. You can find that in the daily news and editorial analysis. Now, Garba is a traditional folk dance which is from the state of Gujarat, performed during Navaratri. Now, Amrit technology, this is again a path-breaking technology which has come up by the IIT Madras. IIT Madras ने इसे develop किया है. This is the complete Amrit stand for arsenic and metal remover by the Indian technology, right? ये endorse की गई थी by the Department of Drinking Water. उनके standing committee ने भी इसको recommend किया है. IIT Madras ने develop किया है. This is again important for one day examination specifically. वो focus करेगी water quality के issues को. It will use the nano scale isohydroxy which will selectively eliminate the arsenic which is present in the water. Now, this technology is suitable for both domestic and community level purifications, which is also an objective of Jal Jeevan mission of the government of India. Now, Kempagodova International Airport T2 actually, this is T2 just to get clarity. Now, this is a proud moment for India where the Bengaluru Kempagodova International Airport has won the World Special Prize for Interior 2023, making it the world's most beautiful airport. Something very important for one day examination. If you are preparing for banking and other exams, there can be a direct question which is asked, right? Now, Bengaluru Kempagodova International Airport has managed with the recent announcement with the UNESCO Press Versailles 2023, and the global acknowledgement highlights that the airport commitment of India, specifically when it comes to design, architecture, and the global stage, right? Now, I would like to show you the images, some interior image of the Kempagodova International Airport T2 in Bangalore. So this is the image. I mean, you must come across the images. You should watch the YouTube video. The entire video is also there by the YouTube channel, right? Now, Juari Bridge, this is something which was there in Goa. So this bridge called for an expressway, which is Panji, and the bridge boosts the tourism and the commercial, improving the connectivity. This bridge is the largest state bridge of Goa. Now, one significant point that I wanted to highlight, this is out of context, this is not relevant for examination, but for your general curiosity, यहाँ पे एक restaurant भी बनाई जाएगी which will be giving a panoramic view for the entire region. And there is a tower which is connected, which will even call for more promotions of tourism in the region, right? Now, moving ahead, Surat Diamond Bourse. I have already made a special video on NIF. If not watched that, do check it out. बट ये इनॉग्रेट हुई थी, प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने इसे इनॉग्रेट किया था सूरत, गुजरात. दिस इज द वर्ल्ड लार्जेस्ट एंड मोस्ट मॉडर्न सेंटर ऑफ इंटरनेशनल ज्वेलर्स एंड ज्वेलरी fraternity. The business people who are doing it. The global center for both the rough and polished diamond will be there. The Bruce comprises of state-of-art custom clearance house, export, import, jewelry malls, and even for the part of the businesses which is there. I'll show you an image which will give you clarity. This has become the world largest office of, earlier it was Pentagon. Now the Surat Diamonds Board has become the world largest official complex. Now, moving ahead with some of the bilateral agreement and summit, which was reported for the month of December and relevant for General Studies Paper 2 and Prelims examination. So, first, rupee payment to UAE with regards to the purchase of oil. India has made a historic conducting of the first payment of rupee, the purchase of crude oil in rupee. This is a signing of a strategic and promotions of the local currency. इंडिया ने फॉर्मल एग्रीमेंट किया था यूएई के साथ, जहां पे आईओसी दैट इज इंडियन ऑयल कॉर्पोरेशन हैज मेड अ कोलैबोरेशंस with Abu Dhabi National Oil Company to make a payment in Indian rupee, which is again very important. एम और सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है? डेफिनेटली रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया ने भी इस मूव को पिच किया था, विच इज समथिंग विच विल कॉल फॉर रूपी एंड एक्सपोर्टर्स टू रिसीव द पेमेंट इन लोकल करेंसी. इट विल डाइवर्सिफाई द ऑयल सप्लाईज, रिड्यूस द ट्रांजिशनल कॉस्ट, promote the rupee as a trade settlement, and even aim for the exposure of trade settlement than dollar and streamlining the elimination currency conversions. Now, MOU between India and Italy was recently signed. A memorandum of understanding was signed between India and Italy for the industrial property right, which is also known as IPR. Right? There's other is intellectual property right, but here IPRs mean industrial property rights. सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है? इस पर्टिकुलर एमओयू के साथ दोनों कंट्रीज डेवलप करेंगे अपने आईपी और इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी के रिजीम को. द पर्पस ऑफ एमओयू इज टू सपोर्ट द एंटरप्राइजेस, स्पेसिफिकली स्टार्टअप एसएमई जो स्मॉल और मीडियम एंटरप्राइजेस हैं उनके अलावा. The national international IPR system will also be actually made with a robust approach. It will call for seeking the streamlining and procedures related to IPR applications, IP awareness, encouraging the IPR commercialization, and even the enforcement of IPR in the specific region. Now, there was a MOU between India and United States. So, Union Cabinet ने इसे भी approve किया है with the United States of America and Republic of India. This will call for more innovation and something innovation handshake that is taking place between India and US. Now, fifth India-US commercial dialogue भी इसके साथ हुई है, which is something which was there on, which was earlier held on 10th of March. The part of the development called for prioritizing with the part of inclusive development of digital technology, post-pandemic recovery, SMEs and startups. Now, new talent innovation inclusive growth, that is TIIG working group was also introduced to address and even ensure that they're working towards enhancement the connectivity. The ecosystem should be provided focusing on aligning with the startup with the ICET goals. Now, scope of cooperations भी है इंडिया यूएस के बीच में, where the part of hackathon and open innovations program was there between both the countries. MOU specifically upcoming innovation handshake events पे की गई है. The part of the features including the assisting the US and India startup which will explore more market further in both countries. Additionally, to Silicon Valley की hackathon where they provide for platform and pitching for ideas, technology and addressing the global economy's concern. The MOU's aim is to enhance the commercial opportunities in the high-tech sector, specifically the IT sector, which is a booming sector in the United States. Now, military exercises and initiative. This is the last part of our initiative discussion. Now, this particular part is specifically relevant for CAPF aspirant as well. जो बच्चे CAPF के assistant commandant के examination देते हैं उनके लिए ये काफ़ी ज़्यादा relevant, and for you it is also relevant for CSE examination, prelims examination. Now, MOU between IIT, Indian Navy and IIT Kanpur. So there was a MOU which was signed. This symbolizes the commitments towards technology development, innovations and joint research and development. IIT Kanpur ने Indian Navy के साथ idea exchange की बात की गई है with regards to the field of engineering and defense technology. The MOU will serve as a broader framework which will enable both sides to have a capacity building, provide solutions, and even effective training program through faculty and guest lectures. The other is INS Tarmugli. This is something which was there on December 2023. A commissioning ceremony was there at Visakhapatnam. Now, the SIP is unique and distinctive, where the flag of two nations and three names has been distinguished with the part of the date. The SIP was commissioned at MNDF and MNC's Government 16 serve as till commissioning May 2023. Something very important which will call for more empowering with the part of Indian Navy. Now, exercise Winbacks 2023. Army, the Armed Forces Consignment has actually come up with 45 personnel in Hanoi, Vietnam, जहाँ पे joint military exercise की गई है between India and Vietnam. The exercise was conducted at Vietnam. The aim of this exercise is to foster the partnership. उसके अलावा जो operability है, even for the part of chapter 6 which is mentioned under the UN Charter of Peace Operations will be taken care under this exercise. The exercise winners is something important, was instituted in 2018. The first edition was conducted at Jabalpur in Madhya Pradesh. It's an annual training event conducted alternatively in India and Vietnam. The last edition was conducted at Chandramali military stations in 2022. Right, so this is Chandimali military station in August 2022. So there can be questions asking you about for 2022 as well, but precisely I personally feel that the question will be framed mostly on the current part which is there. So this was all about for the PIB compilation for the month of December. If you like this video, do give us a thumbs up. If you have any other queries, you can reach out to us. We'll be meeting you in the next another initiatives which is there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying connected.